Alright, so this is going to be a video, since this has come up kind of a number of times, so this is just going to be a video about my muling system in Diablo 2. This is like the behind the scenes, what goes on. This is how I store all the shit I have. So first I gotta preface this by saying that my muling system is like not optimal. It's really like half-assed, haphazard, janky, jerry-built, whatever word you want to term. It's not optimal. I would never do it the way I do it from scratch. This muling system just developed over time, it's just what I know to do. It's kind of like I just figured it out step by step, piece by piece, over really a while, like a number of years. So I gotta start with just so I'll just start from the beginning. So I started the single player thing that I'm doing now, like my Zealer was my first character, like a couple of years ago, and that's why I play single player. You can pick it up and put it down, for months at a time, and you pick it right back up, and no progress is lost. It's just right there for you. So originally, I bought a copy of Diablo 2 again after not playing it since I was in 8th grade or whatever, and because I had been playing Diablo 3 and it was such an abysmal piece of shit that I got in the mood to play Diablo 2 again, and I still haven't quit. So I bought legit Diablo 2, and then a year goes by and I update my operating system because I use a Mac, and it no longer functioned, the carbon thing or whatever it was, it didn't function. So I just decided, okay, let me do this janky workaround, and I just torrented a wineskin Diablo 2. And then later I updated my operating system again, and that didn't work, and I had to put it in another wrapper. So I use I don't know, even I use a portal to a wineskin freaking copy of Diablo 2. I'm literally the least technologically sophisticated person of my generation. I don't understand it, okay? I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't understand it. I'm just gonna come clean and say it. I don't know. But that's what I do. So on my computer, I have the torrented Diablo 2 that I play, the one I click on and actually play, and then I have the Diablo 2 that I bought from Blizzard, legit, a couple of years ago, So what I do is I put all my mule characters into the legit Diablo 2 save file folder, okay? So, and then I access those characters from GoMule, which it's a Diablo 2 muling third-party software. You can download it from the internet. It works for Mac. Atma is another one. It works for Mac, and you're all going to recommend Plug Y to me. All right, I get it with the Plug Y. Maybe I'll make another video just talk about Plug Y. Part of the reason I don't use it is because I can't figure out how to install it. I tried to install it on my wineskin wrapper thing. It didn't work. I didn't get it. I followed the instructions. It didn't work, and I quit it. All right. The second reason is I think the ladder-only rune words are overpowered and kind of just silly, and it's too tempting to make them. There's what's that one? It cast Decrepify, and there's a Sanctuary aura, in one item, so all of your physical immunity needs are taken care of in one. Anyway, not the point. It's overpowered. So here's what I do. So you see these down here. So what I do is I have amulets, armor. There's a lot of armor, so they're multiple armor, axes, belts. So let's just go into it. So amulets. So these are all the amulets that I have and save. And so, I've got I just keep all of them. I just keep I try to have at least one of each. And so these are uniques, and these are rare ones that I find. And a lot of these are crappy, and I'll never use them, or if I do I'll use them on one character for 6 levels. I just find little things that I think are kind of cool or good. Is this good? No. But is it good for a level 30 Cold Sork? life, lightning and fire resist. Yeah, that is pretty good. That is pretty good, right? So, you know, I keep little things like that. You know, so a lot of this is crap, but it's good for, you know, a level 30 whatever character or something. And, you know, I have like all sorts of armors. Just like, you know, a lot of these are crappy. But I imagine that they'll come in useful somehow, sometime. And you know, like bows. What do I got? Arctic bow. A couple of rare bows. 6-socket Crusader. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a silence sometime. And then bows B. What do I got in here? Well, I have a superior Hydra bow, so I probably will never make a silence in that. I would use the Hydra bow. So, you know, there's tons of crap in here. There's tons of crap in here that I have just like, I just store it on there and then I forget about it and it stays there for a long time. We've got charms. You know, these are where I keep, I don't know why the hell okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know why I have that. That's so look at, like, it doesn't take long to find things that I will never use in my life. But, you know, these things are like, they'll be like, oh, I'll use that for a while. It'll be like temporary, you know. I have more trap skillers than any other kind of skiller. I could honestly, I might have like 6 or 7 trap skills. And so like, and this is like an actual character. You see, like I recently exported arcanes to him. So what I will do is so I'll be playing in the game, right? I'll be playing in my wineskin Diablo 2 game, and I'll find something, and I'll go okay, and I'll X out. Once I'm full up of crap, say I'm magic finding, you know, say I'm on my Hammerden, okay? So you see this stuff with this stuff here. If you go and well, I'll just explain it. So I'm playing in the game with my Hammerden, I'm magic finding, and I fill up on crap. So what do? I X out. I go into the wineskin Diablo 2. I copy the save files and I overwrite the save files that are in the legit Diablo 2 folder, save folder that I, you know, the one that I bought from Blizzard, and then I access it here, and then I put like, say I'll export the axes over to axes. You can see here I found this better Rune Master, so I export these other 2 things onto this guy to throw them out. These are thrown out in the game, but I have them now still here as a backup. You know, you see what I'm talking about? So these are like backed up. And then I'll overwrite this save file and these 2 axes will be gone forever. And so I try to keep it legit. One thing that is kind of bad about this janky setup is you can accidentally, or you can do it on purpose, but you can accidentally like duplicate things. You know what I mean? So like, so it's not hard to imagine how this would work. So, you know, I take this and say I'll put this Maras on my Amulet's mule, and then I'll go into my game and I'll overwrite this save file, and my Maras is right there, and I'll put another Maras on my Amulets, and then I'll overwrite that save file, so I can just create infinite Maras. You know what I mean? So I could cheat and do like, oh, this is a great example. So one time when I was just figuring out this system, I did cheat. These are all, you see this character's called Twinked Shit. So early on when I used this system, I went mad and like cheated and like made a whole bunch of rune words that I thought I would never be able to make in my life, because I had found a go at this point. I said, Jesus Christ, I'll never be able to make a rune word, and I found out this way of cheating. I said, oh, let me cheat. Let's see what this is like. And of course, as soon as you cheat, the game becomes so boring. So I was like, all right, this is bullshit. And so I throw this shit onto a mule. I should just delete this character, because I'm never going to use. I don't allow myself to use any of this shit. Like right now, I'm magic finding so hard to find a burr rune. I have a burr rune right here, but this burr rune is an illegitimate burr rune, so I'm never going to use it. I promise you, we'll never phone it in, ever, okay? Anyway, so I really should just delete that. It's just an oversight of mine that I haven't. Promise you, all my shit is legit. So yeah, this is my sword mule. Like, this is where I keep fucking cool swords that I find. You know, superior Balrog blade. 15% 4 sockets. I don't know. You make a Kingslayer in that sometime. I don't know. But honestly, I will probably never, ever use it. But it's cool. It's like just like a cool item. So here's like my legit. Here's my legit rune mule. These runes you see here, all 100% legit. And you're saying 4 Jaw runes in a Cham? Yeah, buddy. That is legit. That's 100% legit. I don't know why. I have found more Jaw runes than any other kind of high rune. I don't know how that's even possible. You think they would be the 3rd rarest, right? And yet, I don't know. Maybe it's just an artifact of where specifically I'm magic finding, which is mostly like in Act 5. But, yeah, I found a bunch of Jaw runes. I found a Cham from a special chest. That's amazing. So I could actually make this and make a Zod and, like, go to my axes and 6-socket this ethereal Etnax and like make a Breath of Dying. I could do that like right now if I wanted, but I'm not gonna do it. So here's like my belt mule, for example. You know, I got like mad arachnids. I never imagined I would find so many arachnids. I thought they were a very rare item. See, Caro mule. This is a mule where I've specifically taken shit that I'm gonna put for this character specifically. And so I'll keep like low level stuff, like Milabrega's set I'm going to use for the low levels on this paladin character. You know? So like when I'm doing maybe I'll make a video about like a low level character as I'm leveling sometime. But the thing is in Diablo 2, there's so many cool low level items, and you never really get the chance to use them on Battle.net. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, you know, you just get a G-Rush or whatever, and you're level 1 and you level to 90 in one day. But there are all these cool low-level items. So to get a chance to use them, I guess you could kind of, it's kind of like cheating, but like, if I'm making a character, you know, I'll throw like a Kleeglaw set on him, or like something. You know, I'll have like my own cool little low-level build. And, you know, it kind of makes the early game not a challenge, but I think it's fun just to explore all the different like low-level items. You know, for instance, this is, okay, so this is a good example. This is my level 15 Fury Druid, and he's actually level 17, but this is a mule. This is an old mule, right? So I got, like, I put, like, Hasoras on him, and, like, Kleeglaws, and, like, Arctic, and I found this helm, and Angelics, you know? And so this guy, like, rips through normal mode. But, like, it's fun to rip through normal mode. Like, it's cool. Oh, yeah, I just put a Twitch on this guy because I was about to reach level 16. You see what I'm talking about. So... I'm rambling like I always tend to do, yeah, like jewelry, like these are my jewels. Oh, look at all, like, these are all the facets that I've found, and, you know, minus, like, real crappy ones, and, like, I keep these, and, like, then there's some cool jewels I found. 13 ED, 13 max damage, I don't know. 7 faster hit recovery, 25 enhanced damage, that's pretty cool. What's a cool jewel? This is a really cool jewel, actually. Requirements minus 15, 30. Isn't that like the perfect? You put that in an Andy set or something, a helm or whatever. 15 IAS, 18% enhanced damage. All right, it's not a 1540, but I found a 1518. So there's like a 1509 too. Boom, boom. Look at that. So yeah, there's like I found some pretty cool jewels and shit. You know, there's some like resistance jewels. Like if you don't need a full-on rune, you can just throw in a res jewel. But yeah, so rings. Like a lot of low-level rings and shit that I found. Yeah, so like pretty cool shit. You know? And so I think it's just fun. You have all these things, you know, like low-level items. A lot of these are crap too. And I'll never use them, but oh, look at this ring. I hope this is big enough. I hope this is coming out big enough. Level 16, 46 attack rating, dual stat, 5 strength, 5 dex. Cold Res 13, Fire Res 22. That's a low-level ring. And I'll put this low-level ring on, like, almost every character I make at some point, you know? So, yeah, that's just... It's how I do it. As I said before, it's a janky system, you know? But it works for me. Helps me keep everything in order. Yeah, okay. Can I stop rambling now? I think that's good. I think that's good. Alright, so that's behind the scenes, guys. That's how it goes. Alright, I'll see you later.